Trump responded after Iran opened Strait of Hormuz, says US blockade will continue. After Iran said it is completely opening the Strait of Hormuz for remaining period of Lebanon ceasefire. US President Donald Trump thanked the Islamic nation, but the naval blockade will remain in force. Full force effect it pertains to Iran only until such time as our transaction with Iran is 100% complete, Trump wrote. Women Reservation Act 2013 comes into force as Parliament debate its amendment. Women Reservation Act 2023, which gave a 33% reservation to women in legislatures, come into force according to a notification issued by the Union Law Ministry. The 2023 Act was notified with effect from April 16. In the midst of the debate in Parliament to amend the same law for its implementation in 2029. India calls out unacceptable attacks on ships in Strait of Hormuz, share 3-point plan at UNGA. At UNGA, India condemned disruption in the Strait of Hormuz and attacks on commercial ships as unacceptable. India Ambassador Harish P. stressed the importance of de-escalation, sovereignty, and diplomacy for regional stability. He said that all states should exercise restraint, avoid escalation, and prioritize safety of civilians while arguing dialogue and diplomacy. Stellar cousins of Sun found dimming faster than X. NASA Chandra X-ray Observatory found that young sun-like stars emit only quarter to a third of X-rays previously expected, dimming about 15 times faster than model predicted. Researchers studied 8 star clusters and aged 40 million to 750 million years, 45 से 450 million years. The rapid decline has been attributed to weakening magnetic activity with positive implication for life on planets orbiting such a star. Weakening magnetic activity. Billionaire Anil Agarwal booked after that of 20 people in Vedanta power plant blast. An FIR has been filed against the Vedanta's billionaire chairperson Anil Agarwal after 20 people died in the blast of his company's Chhattisgarh power plant. The FIR alleged that by negligence, neglect, negligence conducted with machinery and common intention. Police said a preliminary technical probe found that excessive fuel accumulation inside the boiler led to high pressure buildup, which triggered the blast. Gautam Adani beats Mukesh Ambani to become richest man in India. Gautam Adani बढ़िया भाई. According to the Bloomberg Billionaire Index, Adani wealth climbed to 92 billion, $1.8 billion than higher than Ambani. 90.8 billion net worth, with both of them ranked 19th and 12th, 20th globally. The next richest Indian will be Lakshmi Mittal with 36 billion and Shiv Nadar 33.5 billion and 62 and 7th globally. How did India lose its position as fourth largest economy? India's GDP in 2026 will be 4.15 trillion, meaning India will drop 2 positions to rank 6th. Among world largest economies, IMF data shows this happened after India's updated GDP estimates with new baseline in February, which showed the previous GDP series was overestimating India's GDP. A rising USD INR exchange rate also lowered India's GDP in dollar terms. AI help identify early risk for skin cancer. Early risk. A Sweden-based study using data from 6 million adults found AI models could predict skin cancer risk with up to 73% accuracy compared to 64% using age and sex alone. Use diagnosis, medication, and socio-demographic data. Model identify high risk group with a 33% of chance melanoma. Researchers said data could enable more efficient healthcare use. ISRO performed 80 maneuvers to avoid collision of its satellites. ISRO performed 18 collisions avoidance of maneuver. 4 for satellites in geosynchronous orbit, 14 in low Earth orbit. जियोसिंक्रोनस थोड़ी हाई होती है और लो अर्थ ऑर्बिट कम ऊंचाई पर होती है. After analyzing over 1.5 lag conjunction alerting for its 53 satellites. A CAM is a planned trajectory adjustment where the satellite fires its thruster to adjust its orbit. These are done when the probability of collision exceeds a safe threshold. These are done when the probability के जब प्रोबेबिलिटी ज़्यादा हो जाती है when okay next center moves rising daily minimum wage by up to the center is considering a sharp hike in the daily minimum of around rupees 350 and 450 amid the worker protest, Lament reported. Notably, if the center raises the benchmark, all states will also have to increase their limit, as the latter cannot be less than the farmer. All states will also have to increase their limit. The wages will be fixed for skilled, semi-skilled and unskilled categories. Market value of all BSE listed companies was 463 lakh crore. Value snaps previous at over rupees 465 lakh. Notably, the market value of all 463 a day before the US. This means that market recovered 54 lakh crore after Lionel Messi sued for fraud after missing Argentina friendly matches. Argentine football legend Lionel Messi have been sued by based event promoter Vid Music Group for missing friendly matches in Miami last year. Vid Music Group filed the lawsuit for fraud and breach of contract against the Messi and Argentina Football Association. Messi was supposed to play for at least 30 minutes in each match, Vid Music Group claimed.